Before we delve into the fascinating life of Mansa Musa, it's important to note that our narrative is based on historical records and interpretations, and there may be variations in different sources. Our tale today revolves around a figure who has left an indelible mark on African history and indeed, world history. His name is Mansa Musa, a king who reigned over the Mali Empire during the 14th century. His reign was marked by prosperity, enlightenment, and unparalleled wealth, earning him the title of the richest man in history. The stories of Africa, like the story of Mansa Musa, are vital threads in the tapestry of global history. They remind us of a rich and diverse past that stretches far beyond the confines of a single continent. They are stories of power, resilience, and human achievement. With that said, let us embark on a journey to the past, to the reign of Mansa Musa, the richest man in history. Mansa Musa's early life remains shrouded in mystery. But what we know for certain is his ascension to the throne was anything but ordinary. Delving into the foggy memories of time, we find Mansa Musa, born in the 13th century in the Kingdom of Mali, West Africa. The details of his early years are scarce, but it's believed that he was a commoner, a far cry from the opulence he would later embody. Musa's path to the throne is a tale that dances on the edge of legend and reality. His predecessor, Mansa Abu Bakr II, was known for his insatiable curiosity. Entranced by tales of a land across the Atlantic, Abu Bakr II embarked on an expedition, leaving behind his kingdom and the throne. He entrusted the kingdom to Musa, his deputy, until his return. But, as fate would have it, Abu Bakr II never returned, lost to the vast expanse of the ocean and the mysteries it held. With his predecessor presumed lost at sea, Musa was crowned the new Mansa, or King of Kings, of the Mali Empire. His ascension was unusual, yet it marked a turning point in the history of Mali. Musa was a diligent ruler, dedicated to the welfare of his people and the expansion of his kingdom. He knew the value of education and invested significantly in Timbuktu, transforming it into a thriving hub of culture and knowledge. His rule saw the Mali Empire flourish, reaching new heights of prosperity and influence. Musa's reign wasn't just about economic success, though. He was a devout Muslim, and his commitment to his faith resonated throughout his kingdom. He built mosques and madrasas, encouraging the spread of Islamic culture and learning. His dedication to his faith would later inspire one of the most legendary journeys in history. His ascension marked the beginning of an era of prosperity and wealth, the likes of which the world had never seen before. This was the dawn of Mansa Musa's reign, a time that would etch his name in the annals of history as the wealthiest individual to have ever lived. Mansa Musa's wealth was so vast, it's difficult to comprehend even by today's standards. So let's embark on a journey to unravel the enormity of his riches. Mansa Musa was the ruler of Mali, an empire renowned for its production of gold and salt. His wealth was so immense that it was almost impossible to quantify. To put it into perspective, if we were to translate his wealth into today's money, it's estimated that Mansa Musa was worth over $400 billion. Yes, you heard that right. 400 billion, making him the richest man in history. He was said to have so much gold that during his famous Hajj to Mecca, he gave away so much of it that it deflated the value of gold in the regions he passed. Imagine having so much wealth that giving it away could cause an economic crash. But his wealth wasn't just about gold. Mansa Musa used his riches to transform the Mali Empire. He invested heavily in education and culture, making Timbuktu a center of knowledge and a beacon for scholars. His investments in architecture gave rise to great buildings like the fabled Djinguerebe Mosque, which still stands today as a testament to his reign. And his influence reached far beyond his empire. His wealth attracted the attention of Europe, putting Mali and himself on the world map. Literally, the Catalan Atlas, one of the most important world maps of medieval Europe, depicts Mansa Musa holding a nugget of gold. But despite his wealth, Mansa Musa is often remembered for his humility and devotion to his faith. He understood that wealth was a means, not an end. His riches were a tool for development, for fostering knowledge, culture, and a sense of community. Mansa Musa was not just the richest man of his time, but the richest man in the history of the world. His story is a powerful reminder that wealth is not just about accumulation, but about how it's used to make a difference. One of the most notable aspects of Mansa Musa's life was his legendary Hajj to Mecca. This pilgrimage, a religious duty every Muslim must fulfill if they can, is an epic journey in the life of any follower of Islam. Yet for Mansa Musa, this was no ordinary Hajj. It was a voyage that etched his name into the annals of history, a journey that would forever change the perception of Africa in the eyes of the world. Mansa Musa embarked on his Hajj in the year 1324. His caravan was a spectacle of opulence and grandeur, an entourage of 60,000 men, each carrying gold bars, dressed in Persian silk and carrying a staff of gold. Along with them, there were 80 camels, each carrying up to 300 pounds of gold dust. Imagine the sight of this extravagant caravan making its way through the vast Sahara, crossing the great cities of Cairo and Medina. Everywhere Mansa Musa went, he generously distributed gold, aiding the poor and funding the construction of mosques and learning centers. It was a display of wealth and generosity that had never been seen before. Yet, this grand display of wealth had unintended consequences. The regions Mansa Musa passed through experienced a severe disruption in their economies. The sudden influx of gold devalued the precious metal, causing a decade-long inflation, a testament to the sheer magnitude of Mansa Musa's wealth and its impact. The stories of Mansa Musa's Hajj, a journey of faith and grandeur, spread far and wide. His generosity and the tales of his wealth reached the ears of cartographers in Europe. As a result, for the first time, a ruler from sub-Saharan Africa was depicted on world maps. Mansa Musa, the richest man in history, was no longer just an African legend, but a world-known figure. The tales of his extravagant journey spread across continents, earning him a place in world maps of the time. Mansa Musa's legendary Hajj is a testament to the extraordinary wealth and influence of this African ruler, a narrative that reshaped the world's perception of Africa. Mansa Musa left behind a legacy that transcended borders and time. His reign, marked by a profound dedication to the prosperity of his people and the expansion of his empire, is a story that continues to resonate through the annals of history. Mansa Musa was not just a king, he was a visionary. He facilitated the widespread adoption of Islam across the Mali Empire, fostering a sense of unity and shared identity among his people. His commitment to the faith was not just personal but also diplomatic, as it helped establish valuable relationships with other Islamic states and promoted peaceful coexistence. But his ambitions didn't stop there. Mansa Musa was an ardent patron of education and the arts. He understood that an empire's true strength lies not just in its physical wealth, but in the intellectual wealth of its people. He commissioned the construction of the legendary University of Sankore in Timbuktu, turning the city into an intellectual and cultural hub that attracted scholars and artists from across the continent and beyond. Mansa Musa's influence in architecture was equally remarkable. He sponsored the construction of grand mosques and palaces, many of which still stand today as iconic symbols of Mali's golden age. His architectural style, characterized by intricate designs and a unique fusion of African and Arab elements, has left a lasting imprint on the region's aesthetic. His influence, however, was not confined to the boundaries of his empire. Mansa Musa's wealth and power were so extraordinary that they altered the world's economic landscape. His legendary pilgrimage to Mecca not only put Mali on the map, but also introduced Africa's vast potential to the rest of the world. The life and reign of Mansa Musa serve as a testament to the rich and diverse history of Africa, a narrative often overlooked but one that continues to shape our world. His story, in all its grandeur and complexity, is a reminder of a time when Africa was at the forefront of wealth, culture, and intellectual prowess, a legacy that continues to inspire us today. Mansa Musa's life was a saga of extraordinary wealth, grandeur, and influence. His journey from an African king to the richest man in history is a tale that resonates with the undeniable power of ambition and wisdom. From his ascension to the throne, his unprecedented wealth, to his legendary Hajj and lasting legacy, every chapter of his life is a testament to his remarkable reign. Yet, beyond the wealth and power, it's the impact that he left behind that truly defines his legacy. His contributions to education, culture, and architecture have left an indelible mark on the world, particularly in Western Africa. Understanding the story of Mansa Musa is not just about appreciating the past. It's about recognizing the significance of diverse cultures and histories in shaping our world. It's about acknowledging the richness of African history and its influence on global civilization. As we journey through the annals of history, we uncover stories like Mansa Musa's that challenge our perceptions, enrich our understanding, and connect us more deeply to our shared human heritage.